Okay. Should be. Yep, we're live. Hello, everybody. Caught me scratching my eyebrow. How's everybody doing today? I'm Skip. We're going to be playing an arcade-inspired game called Ghosts and Demons. And let me turn that off now that I know that I'm live and I can see y'all. How's everybody doing? Thanks for letting me be a part of the marathon again. I highly appreciate it. It's always fun to be in an RGL marathon, and we got the RGL swag representing. So today I wanted to play, and tomorrow, hey everybody, I wanted to play some arcade-inspired games. So I didn't know if they would actually get into the marathon or not. I'm excited that they're here. One is Ghosts and Demons, which is a fan-made game based on, very lightly, the Wonder Swan Makaimura game that you may be familiar with. Again, no actual arcade release of this game, but it's a rad game nonetheless, and there's a legit, one credit clear sort of thing going on with this game. The ultimate goal of today's run is going to be to qualify the ultimate challenge. So the ultimate challenge is the second loop of the game, but it can only be achieved under certain conditions. So one of which is you have to have somewhere in the neighborhood or greater than 600,000 points, which ideally we'll have at the end of the first loop here. Secondly is opening 40 or more chests. So that will be part of the run as well. I'll be showing everybody where all the chest locations are that are pretty native to me and part of the run. And then thirdly, we have to ensure that we're running on either night difficulty, which is medium or normal, or the king difficulty, which is the hard difficulty. So we're going to be running on normal difficulty today, and hopefully y'all enjoy. So here we go in, let's say, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So Ghosts and Demons has a bit of history with the G&G community in that it is regarded as one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult, games in the series. But if you count it in the series, that is, a lot of us enjoy it just as a fun little side project along with the other G&G games. So what you saw there is the first secret in the game, which is a one-up that happens pretty much right away. You'll see Arthur has a whole bunch of really cool moves, such as that awesome little double jump that we did there. Arthur also brings back in this game some really neat mechanics with gold armor. I'm hoping in the run here we'll actually get to a point where we get the best weapon in the game, which will allow us to use some magic. That doesn't happen until we get what is the Holy Flame weapon, which can only be obtained after 300,000 points. In the meantime, we're going to hang around with the Lance here, which is a medium tier weapon in the game. It's not great, but it's not the worst. You might be familiar with the game being, or games in this series really giving you things, the dagger being probably the most desired weapon in most G&G games. That's not necessarily the case, as we're going to pass it up here. Red chests are always weapon drops or armor drops. It's totally random. There's no deterministic quality to them, except for a manipulation that you can do, which I'll mention later. Green chests are always going to be armor drops, and blue or pink chests, purple chests, are always going to be one-ups. So the blue ones are going to be hidden, in some cases, more easily seen than others. In some cases, you have to just kind of stand in a certain spot for a certain period of time. And then in one of the levels, you'll see there's a blue chest just kind of hanging out that we're gonna go get. So every time you get a perfect in a level where you don't take any damage, you actually get a higher score bonus, but you also get an extend. So you'll see that in my life counter that's in the bottom left part of the game. So we actually just added a life there. So we're on to level 2. Yashichis will drop anytime you are supposed to get armor, but you already have gold. So those are 10,000 points. And really, again, points don't necessarily matter unless you're worried about your your extend score at the end of the game when you're going for the ultimate challenge. Here's a nice little trick we can do there. And we'll just make our way up the platforms here. But I really enjoy this game quite a bit. The RNG, as you just saw there, that guy just randomly dropping out of thin air. And his spawn point is different every time you're in the game. So it's not necessarily something where you're going to see the same spawns all the time. You know where things are generally going to be, but you have to be very reactionary when you're running this game. So we're actually going to go ahead and get another one up here, just for fun, just to kind of show that off. Green chest here if you need armor. I'm going to wait till this bat goes away, and then we'll make our way up the ladder here. Cool thing about this game is that enemies can actually be influenced or killed by environmental things. So you saw that bat take some damage and die from those spikes. So it's not necessarily just Arthur. And we're on to boss 2. Yeah, the backflip kick in this game, actually in night difficulty and the easy difficulty, will give you iframes on your way up, but not on the way down. And then the toes actually do damage. So it's very strong, and you'll see me use it in a lot of cases against armors. I picked up the shield here, which is a long-range weapon, but doesn't do much damage, but you'll see why I have it at some point if we end up keeping it and don't get the cross going into one of our upcoming bosses. It actually blocks projectiles, so while it is weak, it has some good defensive properties that we're going to use later on. So, yeah, the castle's fine. It's not hurting you at all. It's not trying to kill you. It's totally okay. So we just got another perfect there. Speed was a little slow, so we didn't get the speed bonus, but we got the perfect bonus, so we just added another life to our life counter. But what I like about this game is it takes little hints from things in G&D culture as well as G&G culture as well as other game series. So you'll see bosses like that last boss was actually from the Wonder Swan game, but some of the upcoming bosses are actually from other game series, in fact. So while they have their own unique moves and skill sets, it's really quite fantastic for a fan game. We're going to use our sword pogo a lot in this level to kind of move through things quickly. And that was invincibility, which will last about 20 seconds. So one of the things I can kind of do now is run through those flames, not worry about them, and use our first usage of the sword Ryukin there on that armor. Another red chest here. What I'm waiting for is the cross. The cross is absolutely the best weapon in this game if we can find it. We're not there yet. But RNG dictates what weapon you're going to use at what point in time in this game. And that is absolutely not what we wanted. I'll have to pick up whatever the hell weapon we end up with at some point. That just spawned kind of right on me, and the axe is absolutely the worst weapon in the video game. We did not want that. It's classic luck. We're gonna wait here. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna pick up a 1-up down here. Wait here. The good thing is, as we go into the boss room, there's actually a red chest that we can open, and we'll see if we get a different weapon. This axe sucks, dude. It's the worst. So, maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, no, we got a Yoshichi. That's good. I should probably... So, because of the gold armor, I'm going to be able to do a strat here on the hands. But I have no way to actually get in here and avoid damage. So I'm gonna hope to maybe get lucky and hit him a few times. I literally don't think I've ever fought this guy with the axe. super weak and terrible and all things awful.
I am not yet beaten.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's fine. Hopefully we get a better weapon. It's fine. It's fine. The unfortunate part of that is it wastes time, so... The old "this has never happened before" trope actually happened. Yay, we get the cross. The game made up for it. Oh, go back and get it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind taking a hit. But this is where this run can be 20 minutes, 15 minutes, or 30 minutes if it goes really, really bad. But now we have to fight the hands really slowly, unfortunately. So this is, we're just hanging out. These hands are totally not gonna touch us because it's fine. They love us. They're just trying to give us a hug. Fiery hug that nobody wants. But yeah, so this boss was actually also in the WonderSwan Makaimura game. If you've played that game, you'll notice it from the vertical section, the time at which you actually have to turn your WonderSwan vertically and play the game. Pretty cool. We're just waiting for this hand. Alright, don't do anything crazy. And now we can kind of do a manipulation here, where anytime he attacks with those fireballs, I'm going to wait and attack then. Because what that's going to do is, hopefully, not move him into his angry, upset fireman phase. And we may not get the big fireballs that you saw at the end of the last fight. Take it nice and slow. It's safe. Safety first. There you go. And that's that. That's how you can cheese that boss out, if you have the cross. Thank goodness. I'm glad we're past that, because it was the weapon RNG was looking rather garbage up until that point.
I will not forsake my duties.
We call that high quality brain strats for sure. That's just winning, you know? That's just winning. All right, so on to the next level. There's a fun platforming section in here, which can trip people up when they are first playing the game. We're actually getting more invincibility than I can really recall getting in a run of this game. So that's being nice. But the next thing we're going to be looking for is our gold armor again. I'm going to go back and pick up this 1-up. There's a 1-up back here. If you make your way all the way back, there's a 1-up there. And this platforming can really, like I said, really throw some people off when they're first picking the game up. We'll take care of that guy. Oops, we didn't get the 3 hits on the armor I wanted, but we'll just do the backflip kick and take him out. The reason why this game is so awesome is because it's totally different every time you play it. The RNG is what makes it fun, in my opinion. While it is breathtakingly frustrating at times, it also is what makes the game great. Do some fun platforming tricks here. And these are all on a cycle, but I didn't catch the first cycle there to get up the really fast way. We're gonna go this way, however. And we're approaching... Oh boy, okay, thank you. We're approaching the next boss. I don't need this right now, but I'm gonna... Oh, yep, alright. I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. There's our parry of the chest. Trolling game gonna troll. It's the way this game works. Here's Chimera, or Manticore, as people call it. This boss is mostly just fire attacks and flame sort of things. There's also that spit up attack from its tail if you're facing its tail. And then when it gets into desperation mode, it does this. But we actually got really nice RNG there. We didn't get any charges or anything like that. That boss can be very, very mean in the second loop of the game, but there it was fine. So, I know. Really should never talk at all, honestly. Don't show your face. Don't say anything. Don't refer to anything that's happening. Don't do anything that means anything. Otherwise, the game will absolutely know that you said it. So that's just this game. That's just absolutely this game. But we're playing relatively safely, and outside of that, one way to mitigate that is to not backflip onto that chest. I was doing it because I didn't see anybody there, but it happens. So we'll move on without gold armor here. So I can't show off the really cool strat of how to get past these unicorns, but I should be able to, unless we happen to get gold armor here. No. One of the things I can show is the kind of the chase sequence that'll happen when you have silver or no armor in this section. So, oh, okay, never mind. Thank you, game. Oh, I missed.
I am not yet beaten.
Never mind, I missed it. I missed the skip. Now they're coming. Oh yeah. I was kind of thrown off by the fact that gold armor actually. Oh god, give me the armor. Oh god. No. I should not have gone for the armor there, but I wanted gold for the boss. So, because there's another armor drop coming up. It's fine. The game actually just trolled me. Oh my god, okay, here we go. I get another chance at it. We get a chance at redemption here. This is about how this game usually looks, honestly. Unless you're Aquas or Bizarre, this is pretty much how this game looks. Those two actually are the people I have to thank for getting me into this game. So there we go. There it is. Finally. Thank goodness. If it were for their help, I absolutely would not have been able to complete both loops of the game. So their help in doing that was invaluable. There's a red chest there I'm going to leave for now, also a green chest. I'll go back and open those up for the chest count after this fight. So here's Satan. He can do some funny things. He likes flashing you. So if you're squeamish about Satan genitalia, this fight may not be for you. He's naked. He's naked, but he's like taking a sword to the face, So if he's low enough, you can sword Ryuken him into oblivion. We'll get a hit in there. Use your iframes when he's dashing across. It's really, really good way to stay safe. And then just hit him in his nether region for a kill. We'll open a 1-up chest here. So there's a 1-up right here before we move on. We'll open that. And then I'm going to jump over this and go open these chests. Actually, here's a fun thing we should do. I'm going to leave this for now. We'll leave that there. And one of the things you can do in this game is there's actually a manipulation for the red chests where if you reveal but don't open 4 red chests in a row and then the 5th one, you'll actually force the 5th one to be armor. I'm not going to do it here because I need the chests opened for the Ultimate Challenge chest reveal and opening count, but I would, in essence, not be opening that chest there. But that last red chest on that level is a good place to start because it gets you to 1 chest sooner on this level, and this level is pretty goddarn awful, all things considered, so. We'll do some quick platforming here to get up the level. Put a sword right in that guy's face. Open that up. And because we have gold, we can actually do this. You know, there's an armor down here. And those pots can have a weapon in them, so I'm hoping... I'm avoiding them at first to hopefully not get trolled. And now we get to Asteroth. Very popular Ghosts and Goblins guy. Asteroth will bring boulders down from the ceiling every time he hits the ground. So you actually want to give yourself space to dodge those on either side of him, left or right, depending on what side he's on. But you can do some good damage to him right away if you have the crosshair. A couple chests there for the chest count. And there's a 1-up up there as well on the last pillar before you drop down. For purposes of time, I'm not going to take it. But here is Tiamat. And Tiamat is our best friend. She likes being really mean and annoying, but you can kind of... Oh, God. If you stay a certain distance away, you can almost always make her do that move, and then continue to sword rebuke her. It's not a guarantee, but it's definitely a possibility, and it's your best attempt at a quote unquote manipulation in this game. Oh, yep, you did it. You did it. That's fine. That's fine. We didn't die. That's fine. If you double jump too much on the Hydra phase of the boss, it'll just troll you like that and run at you, and usually shoot fireballs at you while you're in midair, things like that. But I was trying to go for a quicker kill because the timer's running a little short, but she's dead anyway. And now we move on to the last boss, Azazel or Azazel, however you like to pronounce it. And for reference, we're not picking that one up. There's a red chest at the start of this fight.
Demon.
So you hope that you can usually, if you don't have a great weapon by then, you hope you can get one there. I unfortunately didn't get the Holy Flame here, so I didn't get to show off any of the Holy Flame tech, but we're going to show off some leg parries on this boss. It's a good way to a quicker kill to start this fight. And now the second leg will do its thing, and it's a lot more random. It also adds an imp above you, which you don't really want. You don't want to be on the same side of it, ideally. But one of the things you can do is, if this foot wants to come over by me with its heel facing me, I can actually do... Now it's not really cooperating. I can actually do backflip kicks on the heel. And, oh, here we go. As a way to get faster damage. So now we move on to phase 3 in the last phase of this boss, where only their chest is damageable. But the hardest thing about Azazel is that you really have to be reactionary rather than proactive when fighting them, because you could just get caught out and he'll ruin your day. Shoutouts to Owl for that butt wiggle strat on the fireballs. I think he's the first one to figure out that you can just dodge those by butt waggling. So very, very cool strat there. We'll do that. He can spawn armors in, but we go ahead and just backflip kick that armor. But it's a nice safety strat, rather than having to jump over that. And without the Holy Flame, this is taking a little bit longer than I might like. But we're playing it safe. And now we get, because I took so long and he's in desperation mode, we get the Fireball Collection, which everybody loves. One of the most famous things, I think, about this game. But with the cross, it's relatively trivial. You can kind of just sit here and knock them out. Holy Flame will also block these projectiles as well. Usually after that, he goes into a flame shot, yeah. And he's dead, and that's the game. So I knew with RNG, we may run a little long on time. But you can see we got an S rank. The story's not over. This would actually move you on to the ultimate challenge. So I lost a life, I think? Maybe 2. I can't recall. But either way, not awful. And after this sequence, you think the game's over, right? Thank you for the GGs, everybody. You think the game's over. No, the game's not over. That's the first loop of the game. And we've actually done enough to qualify the second loop by seeing the not over, story's not over animation at the end of that fight. So, and that is the easy part of the game. So the second half of the game, which for me is very not marathon safe, but I have completed, is much more difficult. There's more spawns. Some enemies have twice as much health. Bosses, armors, unicorns, things like that. And the game just gets much nastier and meaner. So this run was meant as a way to bring people into potentially running this game and playing this game. I wanted to focus on some games in the marathon that I think are really, really fun, and I wish more people played, and this is absolutely one of them. So I hope y'all enjoyed, and DOSBox Falco's coming up next with Ghouls and Ghosts. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good rest of the marathon. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.